Hello everyone, this is FallenDice, and welcome to episode 7 or 8 of Burpcraft Feed the Beast with FallenDice Season 2. So, Ender is done, and I've even made myself a new tool for that. It's a crazy scythe that 3 hits and you've wiped out all 80 of the Endermen, which is pretty epic. And yeah, it's even crazier than before. So I went through and did probably about a stack and a half of books just in the last day since we built it. Got my first actual set of awesome armor. I just got tired of walking slow. So after we finished the Ender, I came back to my base and realized that I actually could make all this stuff. Now, Quantum. Oh my goodness. That was the tough part. So basically you'd think, oh, iridium plate. 2 iridium plates, that's not hard. And I was getting iridium plate by taking and putting my platinum, which I was getting from my industrial grinder when I was doing, I don't even remember which ones it was, but long process. But I got enough iridium to make some iridium plate, or some iridium ingots. But that's not what this is. Oh no. This iridium plate comes from this iridium alloy ingot, which actually takes 4 iridium plus 4 advanced alloy and an industrial diamond. So yeah, I pretty much went through almost all. I have 6 iridium ingots now left and 2 more of those fancy plates. So I mean, I still have some, which is good. So, you know, I was able to make the boots, the legs, and the helmet, which I'm really excited about because that'll help me when we do our next dome. Now, the nano chest plate was actually just an upgrade from my jetpack, which I finally got around to making my jetpack. So, let's see. Jetpack. The initial jetpack was pretty simple. Lap pack. No, not too bad. These took a little bit. Just getting the items and stuff. It wasn't too bad. And then the advanced nano actually was probably about the easiest part of it all. All that took was a little bit of carbon plating with nano body armor. So yes, so I can fly now. Woohoo! I can run fast. Yay! So I'm happy. This definitely makes life a bit easier. And then in addition, I now have a charging station. So you step on it and it charges all 4 of your pieces at once, which is really nice. And I guess if I had any items in my inventory, it would do that as well. So now that we have all this done, what is our plan for today? Today, I want to get a quarry going. I've got these items here, you know, and it's kind of getting me to the point where I can do some stuff. And it's processing the quarry, the first quarry, will be a bit of a pain. Once I get enough items to where I can, well, actually not even that. Let's get out here again. And actually, let's do it from the outside. I finally made myself a access to the outside here. And we'll come on over here. Oh, come on, go faster. And boom, there we are. So here's how it looks from the outside. Pretty cool, I think. Especially once I get my house finally built. It will happen. So, what my plan is again, this is probably about 120 blocks across. So we're going to come over to, say, around here. Centered off that a little bit further over. And we're going to set up a quarry on the inside corner of where the next dome is going to be. And then once it's done, we'll move it over. So we'll do like 4 quarries around that inside center. That way, we can clear this out all the way down to the bottom. I think I mentioned it before. But we'll get 4 quarries worth of items, so we'll get the stuff we need. And then we're going to take the fillers and kind of do the same. We're going to pretty much fill the areas that we're quarrying out with sand. Maybe I'll cap off at about the 40 level. And I may have to start running some grinders and some things and getting like a sand generator. Don't need a sandstone generator, just a sand generator. But that way we can fill that entire, all 4 of those quarries with sand. At least up until about the 40 level. Oh, maybe we'll cap off there, I don't know. And then we'll put a top layer of dirt. That way I can go underneath and in dryness clear out and set up our next one. And then on top of that, we'll set up a nice little, you know, underground or underwater path that'll pretty much take a beeline straight to it. So this will be pretty cool. That's kind of what I've been looking forward to, is starting to get to some of the more domes. That dome is where we're going to set up all of our fanciness. Everything will be interconnected, you know, using like the ME systems or whatnot, and having it all so we can automatically start crafting some things. You know, we're getting to that point, but that'll be over there. But before we can even think about doing that, and before we can actually do this, is we do need to get the quarries done. So that's what our plan for today is to construct the quarry, construct the tesseracts and stuff so we can send power over to there and bring the items over to here, and then a miniature ME storage system so we can store all the items into here to work with. So let me take a peek. The first thing I'm going to need to do is the tesseracts. So we're going to go down, and I've already got the one liquid transposer and crucible here, but I need to set up another one. So I guess we'll go to another room and set that up. The other thing is we do need to get our lasers. So let me think about how exactly I want to do this, because I do need the well, maybe I'll use the crucibles in town. That way I can keep this here, because I'm only going to use these tesseracts this one little time, and I don't need to just have everything. So I'll use the tesseracts in town, so I don't need to do that. But I think the first thing we need to do is set up our laser room. So I am going to go ahead and get all the items, and I will go ahead and construct our assembly table, and I'm not sure how many lasers we'll make. I'm going to see how many lasers I'm going to make, because it's going to depend, because I am running low on diamonds again. Won't touch those. Those are cool. Yeah, so I'm running low on diamonds, so I'll make what I can with that. Maybe I'll even do a little mining. I probably am. I'm going to do a little mining. Get me up some more diamonds. Get our assembly room items and put that in place, and then I'll be back. So I will see you guys in a few. Okay, we have made some progress here. One being I did make an extra magma crucible and liquid transposer, and what I just set them up right here temporarily, fed in some ender balls into there, got my tesseracts. So now if I go over here, I have 2 items and 2 energies. So basically I can send power from here to the quarry, receive it, power the quarry, and at the same time take items from the quarry, send them here, and then output them into my storage. In addition, I also made 1 extra unattune that I can turn into whatever I feel like turning it into. Also, I finally solved my obsidian problem. and I might even add this into something else later. But right now, it's simply an igneous extruder with a lava ender tank with lava inputting into one side, and a water tank inputting into the other. So I just pop it there, and then I've got 64 at a time. Keep coming back. Acatera has a really cool looking one. His has to do with a turtle, and the turtle basically is like pouring out water, or I'm sorry, pouring out lava, I think? Yeah, it's got a lava tank above it. He pours out the lava, there's water pouring into it, turns it into an obsidian, and then it mines it instantly, and then drops more lava. So it's going pretty much as fast as mine was going. Only it looks cooler. So let's see what else. Okay, so right now I am actually making chipsets. So what I did is I went and mined for a while, got some more diamonds. So right now I've got a bank of 12 lasers feeding into here, and I always like to go with 2 because it gives it something to put it into, but it also allows you to come over here and have a second item feeding back in. So if you have 2 stages, like I need to make something that requires 2, like a Target gate. I could be making the chipsets into here, which feeds over to there, and on this side it tells it to make an Target gate, which sends it back in there. So basically I could have it do both things without having to sit there and watch it happen. What? I want more titanium. My titanium problem's pretty much getting solved now. Got lots of bauxite that I've been pouring in, and okay, we're done there. So we've once again gone through getting lots of glowstone. I'm using the redstone ore that I find because I made myself a reinforced silk touch hammer. So it's giving me the redstone ore blocks all the time, and then I put those into here, and poof, I get redstone and tiny piles of glowstone amongst all the other items here. So things are going well right now. So now what we want to do is I can pretty much make a quarry right at this moment, but we want to actually make our ME stuff. So let's see exactly what it is I need to start off. First off, I need a controller. So I need a diamond chipset, which I've got at least one. I need iron ingots, and then these crystals, which are... Okay, I've got everything to make this right now. So let's see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. If I come into, I believe it's this one. Nope, I was wrong, it was the other one. And here's my quartz, so there's 4 of those. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop all those up there. We got that. Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go grab our diamond chipset, and our controller is complete. Actually, I got a few of these. I might as well just take all of them. That way I don't have to keep running back and forth. One thing that they're in the process of adding to Burpcraft is the ability to do this, that question mark. If I come over to a regular craft bench, look up the recipe, I can put the shadow into here, which, you know, makes it really easy to, you know, put all your items in so you're not constantly flipping it back and forth to see exactly what you need to do. And that is something that they're going to be adding to Burp Tech, which will be nice. Alright, so we've got a controller. I'm not worried about crafting yet. I probably do need an ME drive because I do plan on using the discs, which means I got a lot more crafting to go. I'm going to at least get 164K, at least 164K, but I'm going to need a lot if I'm going to use this for my quarry inputs. But right now I can do that. Let's do this real fast. I just want to get the basics of the items I need. Okay, 4 of those. Let's just grab a stack. What else do we need? I just need 1 chest. There we go. Put you in there. I think that's what it was. Did I have a bad memory? I have a... Oh, I'm trying to do the cheap way. Be nice if that's all it took. There we go. Okay. So we got the controller, we got the drive. Don't need that, but I do need an access terminal. Alright, so I need glass, iron. Let me just grab another stack of our iron. You know what? Let me go ahead and finish this. I'm sure most of you have seen how we put together one of these drives. I'm going to get all the items I need for my ME storage system, and then I will be right back. Okay, so one of the things I've discovered is we definitely have a new item here now. This Fluix dust. And that's like a combination, and that's just even to make the basic ME cable. Takes 3 of the dust plus 6 of the glass, and that's from nether quartz, the Certus quartz, and redstone. So even that's a little bit more difficult. But here's what I've done. Right here I've got the controller, so it shows what my system's made up of, and it's simply the one controller, the one drive, which right now is a 64K storage, so I can basically hold all the stuff coming in from our quarry, and then the terminal. So you see I've got 4 items in here, even though it says none, and that's because I set up 4 of the giant ender storage barrels for those items that we get the most of. the sand, cobble, gravel, and dirt. So those will all get pumped into here. They won't actually affect our storage drive over here. So that should help us out a bit. And then eventually, as I get more stuff, I'll make some more of these discs. But it took, I think, like 30 some gold chipsets and a lot of other stuff. It was expensive. Let's go back under there and take a peek. I'll show you. The wiring was pretty simple. Oh, here we are. So I pretty much just took the existing power coming from that was going into our rolling machine, pumped it right here into our controller, and then the rest of them get powered through the pipes. And then these are feeding into the ME interfaces. And that allows us to access that. And then over here, I have another interface or access terminal. And the purpose of that is I want to be able to access all the stuff, whether I'm in this room, can come over and grab stuff as I'm dealing with all the ores and things coming in. And then the same thing right here. So I'm coming up to here. And as I get more drives in there, I can start putting in all of these dusts and things that I'm getting off of our centrifuges and grinders and electrolyzers and all that kind of stuff. So, also, when I think about it, I have an interface feeding into this item tesseract which says quarry, and it's a receive only for me. So basically now items coming from the quarry are just going to feed straight into the system. So that's all been taken care of now. And then over here, did I bring it with me? Yes, I did. There's our energy tesseract. So I think we're just going to place you right here. And that's going to again be owner only, send only, and which is just going to be one power out. One. And there we go. Cool. So now we're sending power out this tesseract. So basically, once we get our quarry, we are set up for it to run. I have another tesseract over there to send the items back, and then we can feed it its power. So right now we're about ready to go. Now we just need to make our quarry. Next item up for bid. Or up for bid. Next item on the menu. So basically, the biggest one about this, gears, easy enough to do. I've already got advanced circuits, no biggie. It's going to be the diamond drill. Industrial diamonds, actually I think I've got those done. I was working on those ahead of time. And I had them in the compressor. There we go. Good to go. So I already have those. And let's see, what else do we need? I need titanium plates. And I know I have titanium. Do I have any titanium plates? I do. I also have some extra titanium right there as well. So that should be the biggest issues, the biggest hurdles. I just need 2 advanced circuits. And do I have... There's one. And we'll have that one's making the second one. So as far as to make the initial 5 steel plates, RE battery, and electronic circuit. Do I have steel plates or not? I don't. But I can fix that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these items. Like I said, it's really not much I don't have. I'll get the quarry made, and then we'll go out and we'll place our quarry, get that thing pumping, sending some items over here, and I think we'll probably call that an episode. So I will see you in a little bit. Okay, we are ready to go. Quarry is built. Got my tesseracts, got my conduit, my transport pipe, landmarks, levers, and some dirt to make the platform. So let us go ahead and lay the groundwork for our first quarry and for our second second dome. Alright, while we're at this, let's go ahead and let's bring up these. I always wondered where I was. That's not bad. I'm pretty much right in the middle. That's it's Not too bad as far as the chunk boundaries. I think, yeah, my... right in the middle. Wow, okay. I was wondering if I was going to have to maybe angle it or something like that, but I think we're just fine there. Now, I'm trying to think of how far I want to go between domes. And I'm thinking maybe this would be a decent distance. So first off, we got to get about the center here, so that way I can go 64 blocks inside and we'll make that our center. Okay. And this will be the, I think I'm going to do the left one first. Go ahead and make us a platform up top. Okay. Do nice, large, and wide. Although, really, now that I think about it, this isn't where we're setting up our first quarry. This is just to find out how far away our first quarry is. Alright, our first quarry is going to be centered there. I wonder how close I am to land. Still far enough. We're good. Because this is the center and I don't see it very obviously. Okay. So here's... there we go. Perfect. So that is going to be where we're going to be building off of. Now I just got to come over here and pick this back up again. Probably should have brought more than one of those, but that's okay. Alrighty. Let's see. This is center, and we're building this way, so... oops, there we go. So we're going to go out this way and that way. Alrighty. I think we're about centered. If not, I can always tweak it when I get up there. Perfect. There's you. And technically, we already got you built. Perfect. Okay. So that's going to be our first quarry. You can go ahead and get rid of this. And when this one's done, what we'll just do is we'll turn it and face it that way from the same spot. So it's going to basically there, then there, there, then there. So we'll get a nice big wide open area to build in. Alright. Now let's make this a little bit bigger so we can set ourselves up. Okay. Let's put in our quarry. Alright, did I lose him? I don't know why, but I just cannot let these things go. I have to go get them. Let's see. I'll make myself let it go for once. Alright, so let me expand this just a little bit more. Alright, so I'm going to run power right into it on the ground. Actually, that won't work. I need 2 blocks through because I gotta have the... I have to have the power coming out one conduit and going in the second one, so it has to be 2 blocks separate. Alright, so if I turn off the hover, that will go quicker. Okay, there we go. Set you there. Oh, you're the wrong one. Man, I'm all kinds of jerping this up. There we go. Cool. Okay, we got 2 of them. You're outputting. And we're going to go owner only, power out, check. And that means that you should be, yep, there it goes. Cool. Now, just got to bring you up, over, and down. And you will be owner, send, quarry. Okay, that's it. We're done. We are in the quarrying business. So I am going to let this run for a while and we'll see what kind of goodies we can get out of it. and then I'll be back and we'll wrap this one up. So see you guys in a few. So our first quarry is done, and I have had to add in a little bit more power. So I now have 3 banks of magmatic, so I'm at 30 magmatic engines. But I needed to be able to keep powering my ME as well as start to fill these back up, because these were pretty much all empty, and be able to run my quarry over here. But now the quarry's done. So now I was actually going to just go to the next hole, and then I realized I should actually fill while I'm already here and set up. So the next stage of this is going to be to fill it. And the way I plan on doing this, oh, and I forgot to bring my bricks. That's okay. Alright, and that power. Well, let's at least get this going first. So here's our item tesseract. So right now you're going to receive. And that's just going to be so we can run our sand into here from back at the base. Power will still come to here. I still have the bricks. And I only went 1 layer, because basically what's going to happen here is we're going to be doing sand which should just fall. So it's going to keep trying to fill this in, and it will keep going until the first row is full of sand, and then it should just move on to the next. So eventually this entire area will be full of sand, but I didn't have to set up the whole grid. At least that's the plan. Of course, I need to run back here now and pick up 9 bricks and a little more conduit. And then, but before I get there, I'm going to go ahead. I made a Tartic gate, which is connected to this. All that sand that we got while we were working. So now we're just going to run this in here. No redstone signal, pulse. So that should... So I'm wondering if it's got a specific, if it needs to come out of the top or bottom. So let's try that real fast. Easy enough to take care of if it is. So we'll just go like this. And it's got the proper look to it, so let's try this one more time. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Now we're going. Sweet. Okay, let's run upstairs. Grab my 9 brick. And where did I leave that? I had that somewhere. Oh, I really hope I didn't leave it in here, which would be funny. Would be typical. Is there one of you? Nope. Oops, wrong one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I had it somewhere. Oh, right there. I actually had more than 9. Okay, there we go. Grab you. Grab you. Let's run back out there real fast again, and we should be able to see this thing start in action. And I also did a little more clearing out of my area here. You can see it's a little bit better of a view heading over, a little bit wider slopes up there. That one's such a big mountain. I really don't feel like doing that right now. It's going to be so much work. But we'll see how it looks. I may have to do it anyway just because of how it looks. Alrighty, let me guess. Are you filling up already? No. Okay. Do we have to come in the side? Yes, we do. Okay. Easy enough. There we go. You're set up. And if I go like this, that should start working. And there it goes. It's going to do it 1 layer at a time. And then right now we are, if you notice, we're 2 layers under. So when this is all done, I'm just going to come back over here. I'll lift this up 1 layer and then I'll put dirt on top. That way I'll be able to go inside of this. I won't interrupt the water here, so I'm not going to have to go fix any water, because I'll still be 1 block below it. And then eventually that top layer of dirt will become the top layer of the glass, but the other stuff underneath I'll be able to work with a little bit easier. And good. I was kind of worried if we would overdo it, so basically this is just going to keep running like this until it is basically done, and then in which case it might actually start to fill up. But as long as I keep an eye on it, we should be good. So I'm just going to let this thing go, get this thing all filled up, and then when it's done I'm just going to move it over to this side and start working on it again. Or actually I might go this way just so I don't have to move this stuff here. That way when I'm done I can move it over to here and only have to move it 1 time. So that sounds good. So anyway, yeah, so I think that's what we're going to call it for this episode. I'm going to do the rest of this off camera, so when we get back on our next one, this should all be ready to go, and I might have even started working on doming it out. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Well, there we are, the beginnings of the conquering of Burpcraft. I don't know what it is about quarries. I guess it must goes back to my first series of modded Minecraft. FallenDice plays better than BuildCraft. I thought for sure I was gonna have that quarry built like the first episode, and it took me 3 or 4 episodes to get it done, and it was my goal to get it done, and eventually I finally did. But ever since then, I love quarries. It's like that level of accomplishment. So there we are. So up in the top right there on the screen, we got scenes from last week's episode of FallenDice Plays, or Burpcraft with FallenDice, Season 2, and that's the Ender we built there. I had a lot of fun, quite the insane build, and it's, yeah. In the bottom right, we have scenes from, actually it was episode 8 of Season 1 of Burpcraft Feed the Beats with FallenDice. So I hadn't had my age yet, so I was just kind of getting started on, you know, actually no, I think I just got my age, so I was just getting started on a temple to access it. I didn't have my cavern in yet, but good episode. But go ahead and click on either one of those, and that will take you to the playlist for each of those seasons of Burpcraft Feed the Beats with FallenDice. And yeah, hope you guys check it out and enjoy it. But it was a good episode. I had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.